Hello all, hope you is goo. Welcome back to EU4 and Switzerland. So, I'm currently at war for, well, just a whole bunch of Russian land and the one province I need in Venice and the two I need in Naples. Quite honestly. While Persia's up here dealing with Lithuania, I think I'm going to move down to actually deal with the Neapolitans. And I don't just mean in this fort, I mean like the Neapolitans. Siege Naples, siege Abruzzi, take Spoleto and Perugia. Finish off my Italian borders. Once again, the stupid province of Stupid has been sieged out by Russia. That's okay, my units have caught them in the act. We'll destroy them hopefully, and then I'll be able to siege it back. Yeah, get out of here. Yeah, the Persians are doing a great job with Lithuania. I need not lift a finger. I also need to stop them in Vysoki. That province should be first now. They'll probably take it on my way over. Watch, this is the siege tick where they take it. Yep. I've had so many sieges this campaign go to 70%, so an AI fort going to 40% I feel is about apropos. To be quite honest with you, I'm more than happy to see it work in my favour. Or against my favour as much as it is in my favour, or whatever. You get what I mean? Then declining power of the nobility doesn't really matter. We siege back the crappy province. Let's spread my units. Do the old split siege style. Get some occupations on the go. Bear in mind that I'm at my max absolutism at the moment, which means that this is only worth 82 war score instead of 100. I like it. I also like how Persia's reinforcing itself quite nicely there. They'll be able to keep up. And Persia are down here. I mean, they got beaten up by Venice, but still. Nice to see they're giving it a shot. So, are they really going to be anywhere around here? Not really. Let's start pulling some units back this way and occupy this stuff. No Venice, no Russia, I'm not piecing you out. I do want Delhi to be pieced out soon, so that I can then piece out Russia. Because Delhi are becoming a part of the reason why we've not got a big amount of war score versus them. But that's okay. That will be fixed. Much like everything else. Go, 78%. And at 469 ducats, I'm still the country with the greatest income. Also earning 460, not 490. Oh, I suppose it's, you've got a... Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It was showing 490 for a second, unless I'm being silly. Which is more than likely also what's happening. So yeah, these two armies together can just deal with the Venetian and Neapolitan troops, make their way down to Abruzzi and Napoli. Throw me a bone. Persia can probably de-siege these forts for me, or I can not care about them and leave them. Let's go to Naples. I will have them give me what I want. And yeah, I did suspect that Russia was sending their retreating units in to go and do something back here, which is why I wanted to start moving units back, but I didn't follow through entirely on the action. Silly me. Riga has entered into a coalition. Well, just you wait, Riga. It's gonna get worse. Also, I'm gonna reduce my war exhaustion. We don't need this much war exhaustion. So now I want to get some tech levels and statify more land. Or, you know, finish the half cores off, I mean. Bear in mind though, I need 400 paper mana for my current truce deal, of which I need even more than that because I want to take even more land. Now, it's just Russia. Excellent. Bear in mind, I also want to core Verona, Perugia and Spoleto, which themselves will also be worth quite a bit. And for some reason, I'm black flagged with this unit. Why? Why and how would this unit in particular be black flagged, but the other one wasn't? Oh well, whatever. We'll wait for this province to be occupied, then they'll be just become unblack flagged. Or, you know, unexiled or whatever. Phrase it as you want. Because I've got call for pizza, I think it might be more worth it just to peace out Russia as I currently have the peace deal. And then ask for money. There we go. Looking a bit more snaky, but don't worry, this will all unify itself. So with Nagai, I won't be able to take Rin, Nagai, Lancashire, Ustiurt, Kungarot. So I'd have to take... oh, I should have taken this province. I can't take anything from Nagai at the moment except Lower Yik. That was a miscalculation. I should have looked at that a second time. Because I forgot to think about the Aral Sea here. Damn you. Oh well, whatever. So, I doubt I'll be able to concentrate any development here, unfortunately. Yeah, so we're just doing regular cores. I can actually get it all done. No, I can't. I was looking at the lower cost ones. Oh, so close. 77 paper mana off. Right. Russian war done. Let's bring these guys down. And yes, I will continue to beat up Russia. Don't worry, that was not the only war versus them. I'll take 2,000 ducats, which, as you can probably guess, is going to go into Sweden mercenary contracts. Let's just get this bar nicely filled. Excellent. We can now hire more Merc companies. I'm thankful for that. The Bukhara band tend to be okay. Bukhara band are okay. I'm going to take them. And let's take Tech 20, which allows me to take the swivel cannon. Don't get me wrong, howitzers are kind of cool. But yeah, swivel cannons give better pips in the game, so... Is what it is, I suppose. Can't really argue with those results. So now I can also afford the Golden City. Yeah, we're doing that. That's a very easy yes. And the Teutonic Order managed to siege Prague while they're rented by Lithuania. Okay, guy. Okay. I want white peace with Lithuania, I think, or just money. Either of those. Let's go see about helping out the Persians. They're losing units to attrition, and that Lithuanian company might attack. So if I send my mercs, the Persians might be more likely to be okay. I also can't really attack the Nagai, so I will use my spy network to fabricate the claims. Only the one for Lower Yik is any use, but this is just so that I have something down for if I want to attack. Let's lose an innovativeness. I've been at 100 innovativeness for like almost 100 years with the exception of those specific events. So I think we're okay. This army is doing what? Oh, that was a fort that might have been occupied at some point and now it's been unoccupied already. Hey, excellent. So let's send these guys down to here. And Vesofiki is desieged. Can I get these to Naples? No. Let's go fight the Venetians then. And Lithuania is running away. Okay. The question becomes, what would be next? Ottomans? Maybe it'd be the Ottomans next, so let's start fabricating on them. I think. That'd be the next logical step I see anyway. I can get money and war reps from Lithuania specifically to extend the truce timer, so I don't have to worry about like truce cycling too quickly. I mean, sure, I could do the wars, but like sometimes it's nice just to have a little bit of respite between each one. Here and there. Although, of course, it's not like I've been adverse to combat the entire campaign. I would say this campaign's been a fairly active campaign, to be fair. This is certainly more up there. Mayhaps perchance. Let's go put the Schwarzerguard with this lot for the 5 siege bonus. I'm only getting 3 siege bonus there. Let's maybe fix that. And for some reason my units were stopping from going to... I think it's because they were trying to pass through the Russian land while I was at war with Russia. Oh well, whatever. We fixed it. And then 82k here. Well, I don't know. Spalato? We'll send you and you. We'll send this to say Escodra or whatever. We're looking just tickety-boo. Actually, whoever's going to... Kosovo, which are these guys. Send it to Kruye. Go back up the Persians. That's a good use of time, I feel. And we'll get this to Padova. Excellent. That's it, Venice. Back in you go. You don't want to be out here. That'd be playing with the big leagues. Be playing with the big boys. And I spell my boys with an I. So you know it's the real deal. Almost up to 500 income a month. I would class that as fairly respectable. And I did just say I wanted more than white peace from Lithuania. So let's maybe go siege down Vilnius. Maybe another fort after that. And then peace them out for money, war reps, and some other stuff to extend the truce timer, I think. In the meantime, while Venice would give me what I want, I need to make sure I take what I need from Naples too. I mean, once I've sieged down Abruzzi, they might even just do it as one peace deal. Yeah, no, I need to have Spoleto occupied right now. Persia will do that, I think. So let's put my diplomat into allies. I'm going to treat my allies well. Well, you know, better than I had been. Can I quickly get another claim on Russia? No. Also, I think I want another Merc company to help with rebel suppression soon. I think the Swiss Home Guard, as well as they're doing, could do with some assistance, because to go all the way out there is a bit awkward. I could make it the Grand Company. The Grand Company could take the responsibilities away from Tambov onward. It's another Merc company with a decent amount of infantry and not many cannons. Yeah, I think that would be best. I'm just giving it a once over. Yeah, I think they'd be best. Or the Kazakh company. I I could just go for the Kazakh company and use that. So yeah, let's do that. The Grand Company can stay with the excess stuff, and we'll build the Kazakh company to help with rebels. I think that sounds like a grand plan. They'll take everything beyond here, kind of deal. And don't worry, I know I need to statefy all this land. I'll do that once it's all caught up, etc. Or if I forget during the episode, I'll do it after the episode. I think we're fine. Let's do this. Send these guys down to Naples. They won't quite give me Perugia and Spoleto yet. We need to wait out a little more. So one other thing I'll preface here is that I'm not going to account for the ignore coring distance in the Age of Revolutions. I could, if the campaign were to go into the 18th century, go down and, you know, take all the non-coastal provinces, and then, like, say, Imperialism Spain, and then take the interior of Spain, with using the ignores coring distance to get that land as well. But I don't think that necessity dictates it, if I'm honest. Let's send one army to Spoleto. I think I'm just going to have to peace out, like, now, pretty much. We've got the old call for pizza coming by. So, Kazakh company are going to sit in Etkara, and they're going to help do the rebels from pretty much the what's it called here? What's this mountain line called again? Yeah, just the Carpathians. Yeah, from the Carpathian line. Sorry, I don't know why I derped over that. Oh well. So another question is, how much more paper mana will I need to spend on the Venetian and Neapolitan stuff? First off, Tambov and Saratov that need to be cored. Then this is 200 paper mana. Excellent. There we go, that's my Italian stuff complete. So let's reduce war exhaustion, uncore these, then core it. I'm also likely... Oh wow! I can actually concentrate development from the one province I have. That's pretty neat. It's not going to reduce it enough to put me under 100% right now. But hey. April 47, I've only got to wait 1.5 years on the cause. Which for what I'm doing here is not so bad. Right, this needs to deal with this. Again, because I'm going to be taking lots of Russian stuff, this is going to account for up here as well, don't worry. You'll see it in action. For now, we can just say this is now under your jurisdiction. Excellent. These guys will probably come and sit down here. Whatever, I don't know. The next plan for sure is the Ottomans, so getting units down in Balkan land is not the worst call in the world. While I claim the Pontic stuff and the ex-Golden Horde land. Right, that's one claim on the Ottomans complete. Then what other provinces can I try and claim from Lithuania? I need 45 spy networks. So I actually have quite a few claims already on them, frankly speaking. For it to be at 45 already. Let's just drill. And what is pretty cool is, because you've got different Merc companies, look, they've all got different unit sprites. That's kind of cool. So the unit sprites for Mercs is based on the unit Merc type. So Swiss Home Guard, Bukura Band. Yeah. I've never noticed that before about Mercs. There you go. Your unit's stuff will depend on the place at which the people are from. So this guy here is probably from the Hessian Jaeger Corps, rather than a Swiss one, because the Swiss ones are like that. Well, actually that's the Flemish company. We'll have a look. Anyway, we'll bring these down to say Nikopol and Vidin and Branicevo and Semendria. Eventually I might locate towards the Caucasus and that, but for now sitting them all here is fine, considering that, as mentioned, this is going to be the source of the main Ottoman advancement at the beginning. And the Bukura Band, you know what, let's already sit the Bukura Band in, say, Belgium. That feels appropriate somehow. Russian separatists in Oka. Good thing I've got my units on the go. And the name is looking a bit bigger now, which is quite nice. I can certainly get behind it. And Malacca wants more map knowledge. Sure, you can have more map knowledge. Then what do I need to claim? I've claimed Sarai. I guess Azaraba would be the next best province to claim. Not that it matters too much. Let's claim more Lithuanian soil. Lithuania's only got a few provinces I wouldn't be able to take. Obviously the ex-Livonian Orderland. But I can take all the inside of the north part here, other than these provinces there. I can then take everything down here, minus Edisons and Ingelas. So yeah, we can do quite a bit. Oh, my person's second trait is Intricate Web Weaver. What an unsurprising result. I haven't had any Intricate Web Weaver leaders in this campaign. Yeah, see, that's the Hessian Jaeger Corps that had the breastplate on. It's kind of cool. Sweden has entered the coalition to the surprise of absolutely nobody. Let's drill with the Bukura Band. And I'll try putting back on Spy Network. And Russia's actually going to be taking on Nagai. Okay, decent stuff. And then this province, both units are drilling, so we're okay. In the meantime, what? 3 years for the Ottomans. And 12 years for Russia. Also 12 years for Lithuania, because I did want to extend that truce. I now kind of wish I had it between the Lithuanian, between the Ottoman and Russian truces instead of right next to the Russian truce. But that will be okay. I'm sure we'll have a way around it. Or whatever. Also note that my income has tanked. That's only because we're rooting out corruption and I've gone way over force limit. Apparently something else as well, by the looks of it. Whatever. Let's go up to Tech 19 and start to build cathedrals. That will help out because of course I've got my base tax modifier nice and high, so everything I get will be worth it. Excellent. My overextension is mostly dealt with. So let's just click these off, because they're just being annoying. I mean, the Swiss Home Guard shouldn't be all the way up there. If I do this, that's then you. Yeah, that's better. That's fixed now. It was just looking a bit funky. I was wondering why the Swiss Home Guard were all the way up there. We've now made it make sense. Now the Home Guard should be able to deal with both the Croatian separatists and the Swiss particularists. So let's grab... Wait a minute, why have I gone up by another like 1,000 ducats? Did I do something weird and random? Oh well, whatever. We're building more cathedrals, obviously. All the provinces really have churches already just about, so upgrading the cathedral is nothing big. As in, it doesn't take any building slots or anything. Russia has sown discontent. Showed me the part where I cared or asked. And yeah, the Swiss Home Guard are doing a great job at guarding the home. I think this also needs to have these provinces added. There we go. And I think I did that in time, didn't I? How convenient. Well, I think after this episode will be when I double check the statifying of the land. That'll coincide roughly with when the overextension is mostly dealt with. So yeah, now I'm up to 2 rebel patrol squads, which is quite nice. Splits the responsibilities and makes it that each army doesn't have to take so long to get to the rebelling provinces. I'm now over 500 total income. Not that far away from my gov cap now. So how about I start burning through some of this gov reform? That would make sense. Now we're a bit further away. Bear in mind I won't really have the possibilities to grab any gov cap great projects really in this campaign. El Escorial will give some. But again, that would involve me having the ignore coring distance and then going that way. This is kind of cool to see though. Go Miwar, go. And the other one is Ayutthaya. Really? There are a couple others to speak of, such as Naples giving flat gov cap and stuff like that, which can then be modified by the other gov cap modifier, multipliers. Such as full admin and stuff like that. Ooh, France left the coalition on their own accord. Why? You got loads of aggressive expansion with me. Is it because I'm now too big? Have they just gone, screw it, they're too big, I'm leaving the coalition? Because I mean, I'm not complaining, I'm just curious. That does, of course, though, mean that they're prone to be attacked. Ooh, righteous. Okay, now we're talking. This is a good guy to keep around. Starting off with righteous. Good job, Pascal. Also, the guy that just perished was like in their 40s or 50s, right? They shouldn't have gone away that soon. Oh well, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? Then what's this about? Switzerland gets mercenary leadership for 10 years. Morale of armies 15%. Affect only mercenary regiments. Ah, man. Just my mercs. See, the joke there is that everything's a merc. There are no real armies to speak of. It's all from mercs. The only time where I've not had a merc army was by accident, and it was after I integrated Champagne. They weren't used and they were deleted, so I still consider it within the spirit of the run, because it wasn't used in any sense. So I don't think that it really, affected anything to any great degree. But I'm glad to know that France is now out of the coalition, opening them up for damage. Let's grab some more claims on the Ottomans. Excellent stuff. Ulshburn is now considered a part of our patrimony. Excellent. I mean, I've got enough universities to be able to really get a good chance of getting the Enlightenment already. But on the flip side, we still haven't had manufactories. Yeah, I fulfill all the stuff. I've got stuff where development is at least 30. Province, the stuff about... Right, have a university, yeah. We're on the European continent, but also owner is over 555. So yeah, there's a couple of conditional modifiers that can cause the Enlightenment. They're all conditional, by the way, all of those that we saw. Which is why random people sometimes get the Enlightenment. Because you either need to have a seat of parliament or a university, or your province on the continent of Europe and the province owner needs to have the skills. So there's a lot of conditional stuff. In some cases there can just be like an OPM that's a parliament, and then they could just get it because they're a parliament, you know? It's a very open one. Manufactories, of course, is a bit more simple. Does province have manufactory? Yes. Enable potential. You know, funnily enough, I have an inkling to believe... I can't remember why I have this inkling to believe it, but I believe it has to be a money manufactory. You know, like a textile manufactory or a mill or a farm estate, and it doesn't seem to count ramparts and such. Can't remember why the thought was there, but the thought was there in the past about that. I think it's because I double checked some conditions on some stuff, and that seemed to be the case. It's casual observation rather than truth, I suppose you could argue. And I wouldn't be arguing back. Anyway, this episode has gone on long enough, and I've just spent the last couple minutes yapping. So we'll end things off here, and I'll catch you in the next episode.